Hi guys, how are we? Hope you are good. Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you know, it's the life of Amy. But before that, okay, if you're new to this channel, kindly go and subscribe. Click on the notification bell to enable you get notification when I post videos. Don't forget to like my videos. Don't forget to drop your comment below the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if it was helpful. If you have any other video requests that you would like to make, please kindly let me know below the comment section, and don't forget to share this video. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Mwah. Okay, now so let's talk about how to have a good blowjob. Yes, how to have a good blowjob. This is masterclass. As you recall, I've done this video, but I did it for beginners. Okay, if you're a beginner and you're just starting this journey, it's new to you. So I was just giving you guys the basic and the fundamental that you need to know. But here, let's get deep to the core. Okay, so now the first we're going to talk is, now let me bring it home. See, have you ever wondered if your oral sex techniques actually needs improvement, or maybe you feel you want to improve more, or you feel, okay, are you actually doing what you're supposed to do? Now let me bring it home. This is ultimately subjective. Okay, now see, for blowjob or for oral sex, there's room for you to improve. There's room for you to do more. There's room for you to, yes, add to what you know. I keep telling us no knowledge is a waste. That's the truth. See, to some people, oral sex is a big deal. That feeling of, see, the feeling that oral sex give you is like the V sex. That's the truth. Is something you can't buy elsewhere. It's something you're not ready to get elsewhere. It's a different feeling altogether. But now, without saying much, we're not going to forget the fact that now, see, these things, it comes as a matter of choice. See, not we all like, okay, we all might not end up liking the same thing. Different people with different choices. So what am I saying? Most people like oral sex, or most people prefer blowjob. Now, there are still people out there who don't like it for one reason or the other, which is still okay. Don't forget that nobody should ever make you feel less of yourself or make you feel bad about the choices that you make for yourself. Okay, now, so let's journey to what blowjob is all about. In my previous video, I took my time to actually explain to us as beginners what we need to know, the basic and the fundamental. So the least I can do right now is to take you guys back. If you feel you want to know more, you can go back and watch that video that I did. So now, see, oral sex is a big deal. But we're not going to say because it's a big deal or because so many people derive joy doing it, you're not going to know what you're supposed to know. It's not just getting the bola and then you hold it in your hand and you do it like this. It goes way beyond that. See, there's something about pleasure. I keep telling you, sex is a win-win thing. Intimacy is a win-win thing. Give me, I give you back. You give back the same energy that was given to you. So yes, that is it. Now, most people are so turned off. For them, oral sex is going. For them, blowjob is going because it's mind blowing. Now, let's journey to all that we need to know about oral sex. Now, the first I'm going to tell you, for the masters, people that know what they are doing. Now, you feel you've come to a certain age where you are done with the fundamentals. You want to get to the root of the matter. There must be consent. See, the need for you to get your partner's consent cannot be overemphasized. See, no matter how familiar you are in a relationship, you cannot do some things without getting their consent, because he wants it today doesn't mean he's going to want it tomorrow. Tomorrow he might even be in a different mood. He doesn't want such things. So don't go and overdo things. I keep telling you, less is always the best. Yes. And then the second one that we're going to talk about is your positioning. Get yourself in a comfortable position. Yes, what makes you good at what you do is simply those things you feel people don't recognize. We recognize those things. Your positioning. Now, the best position for a blowjob is when you kneel in between his legs. See, it gives you a perfect view. You have access. You have access to his balls, you have access to his anus, and then you have access to his bola, his joystick. Yes, so you see, that's the best where you kneel in between his legs and then you take it up from there. You cannot sit a certain way or stay a certain way. The worst thing that can happen to you through blowjob is for you to have start feeling cramps or feeling pains, feeling uncomfortable because of the position that you find yourself in. It's crazy. It's a total turn off. It's a red flag. So now you must be able to find yourself a comfortable position. Now the next one I'm going to talk to us about is see, this is where you bring the combination of your lips, your mouth, and then your hands. These three things helps you achieve the suck, the lick, the blow, and then whatever thing that you do. Yes, so these are things. If you cannot do a blow job without your hands, and then you cannot do a blow job without your mouth. Your hands cannot just do the job. You need these three things to function. Because when you have these three things, you find at the end of the day, you're able to suck, you're able to lick, you're able to 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 blow, and then you're able to do some other things that you feel you want to do. So you see, these things cannot be overemphasized. Get yourself to work. And then the next I'm going to talk to us about, let's talk about tongue teasing. Tongue teasing is beautiful. Tongue teasing is mind blowing. See, this is where you take your partner to cloud nine. There is something about tongue teasing. Now, I tell you, knowing what to do at a given time. When in the aspect of tongue teasing, okay, this is what I'm going to tell you. Make sure, endeavor that your lips, okay, sorry, that your tongue is relaxed, like is very relaxed. You're not mounting too much pressure. Now, there's a way you're gonna pull your tongue. You start feeling like it's aching you. Now you feel your the things that you do, the efforts, how effective you are starts becoming less. You start doing less of it. You see, your effort, everything, the strength, the energy, those things that makes it, the pressure, those beautiful things that makes it perfect, you start reducing them because it's aching you. So now you must be able to know that your tongue should be relaxed enough and very soft. Now, one of the beautiful things that keeps men or that takes them to cloud nine with blowjob, now let me tell you, is that see with blowjob, the fact that there's this texture, the texture, the wetness, and the feeling they get from their joystick sliding in and out of your mouth is something they cannot get elsewhere. It's mind blowing. It's a feeling that you cannot get it elsewhere because it gives them the feeling of warmth, the texture, the wetness that surrounds it. So when their joystick is able to slip in and out of your mouth, is on a different level. So you see, that is why most time they react a certain way. So you must be able to be good at what you do. Tongue teasing is necessary. You tease. Tongue teasing is everything. Now, let me take you to the fourth one or the fifth one, is where we talk about the need to initiate foreplay. See, because you're giving him a blowjob doesn't mean you're not gonna initiate foreplay. Doesn't mean you're not gonna talk. Doesn't mean you're not gonna talk dirty. Doesn't mean you won't say beautiful things. Doesn't mean you won't ask him questions. You like it? Do you want it like this? I should keep going. Should I stop? So because you're giving it doesn't mean you won't do these things. Initiate foreplay. You can touch him. Put your hands to work. Do those things that you know triggers him. It shouldn't just end, I'm just giving him head, and at the end of the day, it goes there. Now, see, giving a blowjob comes with a goal or aim. What is your aim? Do you intend making sure that he ejaculates? Or maybe he's going to ejaculate, or maybe I don't want him to ejaculate. I just want to keep him hanging so that he can come for more. So you must have your aim. What is your objective? So now let's talk about the two most important method. Let's talk about the wrist twist and the corkscrew method. Yes, these two methods are very significant. They are so important. So now, when we talk about the wrist twist, what do I mean by the wrist twist? This is where you put your wrist to work with your mouth. Okay. Now let's demonstrate. Okay, this is our joystick, right? And now this is where your mouth gets to the joystick, and then your hands, the wrist twist, you twist it a little bit. You don't do too much of it in order not to cause pain. Okay, so you put your mouth and then you twist it with your hands. You're twisting it, the other hand is going up and down, up and down. This is what we call the wrist twist. Okay, this is for masters, people that are done with the basics. So when you put your mouth, you should be able to twist it a little bit. While you're doing it, the other hand is going up and down. And then you can go all the way to touching his testicles, his balls. Okay. So you see what I'm doing. So that is it. So now we'll talk about the second method. We'll talk about the corkscrew method. The corkscrew method is basically where I just put my mouth and then I'm going up and down with my both hands. Mhm. Most people are very much familiar with corkscrew method because this is like the first thing you even know how to do. You put your mouth and then the other two hands starts going up and down, up and down, up and down. So this is the corkscrew method. So you see, this is very important. You do these things with aim. What do you want to achieve at the end of the day? What is your target? Well, you see. And now let's talk about deep throating. Yes. Okay. What is deep throating? If you could recall in the video I did for beginners, I talked about deep throating. Now, at this point, I advise it is optional. I will never tell you that this is compulsory. No, because it's not everybody that can handle deep throating. Now, I told you guys, deep throating is just in a layman's understanding. It's the part where you take it straight. You take all of it straight down to your throat. I'm not saying you should swallow it. Okay, just where you go. Okay, this one is way big. So when it goes like so straight and then it gets to your throat. You see that point where you feel like it's choking you want to throw up. You feel like vomiting. So that is the point where I call deep throating. It gives, now for men, it gives a different tingling sensation when it gets here. It gives a different sensation altogether. This is the point where they feel the whole vibe. Now, not most people take it. Now, when you get to this point and you feel like throwing up, it's not for you. Come back. Deep throating is optional. Deep throating is optional. So there are people that feel this is what they want to do. But if you don't do it, don't do too much. It is okay. You must not do everything. Don't force it. Let it be. You mustn't do deep throating. Okay, there are other way much more other options for you out there. So the next I'm going to talk about is stimulate the other body part while you suck. Yes, you stimulate. Now I told you, see, because you're giving a blowjob doesn't mean every other thing will be suspended. you stimulate every other part. While you suck, you can go as far as touching him, touching those sensitive part of his body, get to his nipples, get to his navel, or just get to his thigh, just touch all those sensitive part of him to stimulate him more. Now it makes it all more fun. See now for guys, that feeling of sitting down or probably standing where you're standing and then you watch your joystick slip in and out of someone's mouth is overwhelming. It is beautiful for them, it is amazing. So now you are able to keep it going. He can't go off at this point. You can still stimulate other parts of his body. It shouldn't just be let me leave him. We're already doing this one is enough. This is excitement. This is pleasure. It's a win-win thing. So when you feel you want to make beautiful, you want to do what you do because you want to do it, or because at this point this is exactly what I want to do, then you go ahead and do it. The next one I'm going to talk to about is play with the balls and dirty talk. The beginning of this video, I talked about dirty talk. See, you play with the balls. It's not just the joystick, the balls. You play with the balls. The other part of him that are sensitive, the balls. They are very. Have you ever given or given a blowjob and then at the end of the day you got to the balls where you suck the balls? It is very sensitive. Some people don't cannot contain the excitement. So you see, there's need for you to do more because now this is where you give yourself the opportunity to learn. So yes, you while you do this, you're keeping him at the exact point you need him. You're still able to talk. See, dirty talk stimulates men. This is the highest form of it. When you tell him things that at that point he needs to hear. Keep him where you need him to be. And the next is see your hands can likewise do the job. If peradventure your tongue or your mouth feels sore, you let your hands do the work. Yes, and then you can add speed. Plenty if it's necessary. Okay? You can add speed. This is a blowjob that you're giving. You can add speed if it's necessary. You can add speed and and keep doing what you do. Now, there's a way you suck. You suck passionately. That's the next thing. You suck like someone that is taking an ice cream cone. The way you lick ice cream cone, you suck and lick passionately. Be passionate about what you do. Be passionate of that particular thing you do at the moment. There's a way you suck. Okay? So now let me show you this. The way you suck passionately. You see? Even men looking at you, I feel like I want to do what you're doing. I want more. It's not just the guy having the pleasure, enjoying the fun. You can likewise enjoy the fun. Yes, it's not just only the receiver. You can still enjoy the fun. So you see, you can likewise enjoy the fun. Be passionate about it. You do it as if your life depends on it. You see? And when you're doing this, there's need for you to change position. Change position to shake things up. Don't just be there. Change position. This is the position that you give that someone very sexy. That when you stay like that, the guy feels like he even wants to do the work while you do the work too. And on the next, you remember I told you, even if you cannot go for deep throating, there are other ways that you can give him a mind blowing blowjob. Now you can try oral sex sleeve. Yes, you can try oral sex sleeve. What is oral sex sleeve? That's the point where you squeeze the head. where you squeeze at the top of the head of the joystick. You squeeze it and the shaft. That see, you see the sensation that you give at the moment is the same thing as giving deep throating. Yes, you squeeze the head. That is what I call the oral sex sleeve, where you squeeze the head. Okay, you squeeze at the head and then the shaft. You create the same sensation that you're supposed to create all this while. So you see, there are way other options. Even if you can't deep throat, you can still go for oral sex sleeve. Swallowing. Now, you remember at the beginning of this video, I told you guys consent is necessary. Okay, see, you can swallowing is optional. You make an attempt. If it's not something you can do, let it go. Okay, most people feel you want to swallow, it is okay. But when you feel you can't swallow, this is the part you can still bring it up as a conversation. Say, please, babe, please, when you're about to release, can you just do it by the side of my mouth? I'm not really cool swallowing all of it. It's fine. You get consent. If it's something you want to do, if it's not something you want to do, fine. Or you can tell him when he's ready to come, he can give you a signal, remove it from your mouth, and do what he wants to do. Use your hands and still walk him all the way through. So swallowing too is not something I feel you force people. It's not something it's something willingly, because not everybody wants it. And now, if you're thinking of how weird it's gonna taste. See, when you put it inside your mouth, when you deep throat, because most people tend to release at that point where you do deep throating. Now, when you deep throat and then you take it very close to your throat, you will not even notice the taste. If it's gonna come, it comes direct and goes inside. You won't notice the taste because it's not here. Except you want it to be here. So if that's what you want, so but now, if you can't swallow, it is still fine. If you feel he shouldn't put it inside your mouth, it is still okay for you to tell him it is necessary. These things cannot be overemphasized. It is not a must. Don't let anybody make you do what you don't want to do. The next I'm going to tell you is to try different techniques. There are different techniques to a blowjob. Okay, see, mouth differs. The same thing with joystick. All joystick are not the same, because your current probably husband's joystick cannot be the same with that of your ex-husband. That is to say, choice differs. People can want different things at the end of the day. Okay, so you should try new methods, try different techniques. Then you squeeze, you lick, you suck, you blow, you bite a little, try different techniques. That way you can know what triggers him more. Feel with your mouth the texture, the shape, and how it feels. The warmth, the wetness. You try different techniques. That way you can be able to find what works for him, what triggers him the most, what you want as a person. So these things cannot be overemphasized. You want to be good at what you do, you must learn to follow the due course. Do the normal thing that you're supposed to do. Try different things to know what works for you. You can lick from the head to the shaft, and then you can lick from the shaft to the testicle, from the testicle to the perineum. Now this way you get different reactions. You can also lick from the top of the head to the testicles and even to the perineum. See, that's where you know what works for you. It is a sensitive, some people lick to the anus too. So that way you see it's a different sensation altogether. Now, this is me telling you different things work for different people. Find out what works for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you and I hope this video is helpful. Let me know what you think below the comment section. Thank you so much guys. I really appreciate. Subscribe, like this video, drop your comments, share this video, and click on the notification bell. Thank you so much guys.